Hey, what's going on, everybody? In today's video here, it's a little bit different. It's not obviously a gaming video at all. It's more I want to communicate about my year so far. And so I really want to do this every year from here on out, around this time of year. I know it's still, we're entering December, probably December, I think it's December when you see this. Yeah, tomorrow's December 1st. And now I'm actually thinking about it, I need to do the stat report for the Cash community server and stuff. So I will be doing that after this video. But yeah, anyway, so what I'm thinking right now is I want to do this every year around this time and just reflect on the year, right? I don't want to speculate too far into the future, right? Because that never helps anything. And I mean, this future we're heading into is going to be insane. So there's no predicting that, right? But nonetheless, this year, right? This is why you're here. You want to hear me yap about my year this year. There's a reason why I've not really posted or streamed at all. I was actually going through my the streams I did do this year, and I did do a lot at the beginning of the year. But then there's just a huge gap from June of this year to current day right now, and there's a reason for that, right? For example, I did a whole lot of hanging out with some friends of mine from an old job I had, and that basically took up June, July, and August of this year. I don't think I was home for the majority of those 3 months. Right, I went to Kalahari. I believe in July. I almost said January, but anyway, went to Kalahari, and it's my first time actually leaving the state of Michigan. Believe it or not. And overall, it was a very interesting experience. There were so many people there. And water parks aren't really my thing. And I didn't really go on a ton of water parks. I do regret not going on some more, potentially. But not to the extent where, I want to go back next weekend, right? Not that I even could. I'm pretty sure they're probably closed. It's December now, so... you know what I mean? But nonetheless, I mean, if the people who I hung out with ever see this, shout out to you guys who know who you are. I'm not gonna say any real names. That's not cool. But yeah, no, it was really fun to go out of the state for the first time. And I know that sounds really autistic. The coolest thing for me, in all honesty, was seeing all of the different license plates on the highway. I don't know why. But I've been obsessed with the people's stories recently. I think as I grow older, I just want to hear how people are and what makes them what they are. You know what I mean? Hey, how is life? How is your mom? How's the new job? If you have a North Dakota license plate, for example, what brought you here? You're in Ohio. Why are you in Ohio? It's not even a semi truck. It's just some random F-150, right? And I don't know why. I know that probably sounds really tismy, but it's true. That's always amazed me per se, is understanding and learning what makes people who they are, right? But anyway, moving on. I ended up getting my first car too. Shout out to my one coworker from my first job. You know who you are. Again, not saying any names. Anyway, yeah, no, I did get my first car. Last year was something, or not just last year, but the last several years were very stressful for me. If you're in Cash community, you probably heard me talk about it once or twice, but more or less, my dad lost his job back in 2020. And for the last 4 years, or at least from 2020, I should say, to 2024, I ended up, with the help of my sister as well, and my mom as well, obviously, too, paying the bills. And, it got really bad. I'm not going to talk too much about the financial aspect of it all, right? That's not needed. But I didn't have a whole lot of money to my name. You know what I mean? It was very, very, very bare bones. Let's just say that. My bank account, it was not nice. It was not nice. But anyway, I bring that up because to go from such a rough couple of years to basically in 11 months, you know, shaping my life to where I could hopefully be super and uber successful. Those are two to the same word. Where I can be uber successful for the long term. I got a '98 Pontiac as a Grand Prix. A church grandma owned it, and it only has at the time it only had 43,000 miles. I think it's at 45.9 right now, which I mean I guess that's kind of a lot. I mean I'm not gonna lie. For the first month, I went joyriding a little bit. I took the long way around. Let's say that when I went to the grocery store, just to experience the joy of getting my first car, even though I was at 24, or I guess 23 per se. It was really cool to get my first car, right? And again, shout out to you. You know who you are. You're really, really, really dope for helping me out, and not just in getting the car, but with getting the car, helping me out potentially getting the job might have gotten. Which, funny enough, I ended up working in the same kind of field anyway. Just come 2 months later, which I thought was pretty funny thinking about it. But anyway, yeah, no, this person's really dope, and I'm super grateful for them and them being in my life, right? Anyway, I digress. Again, going back to the car, I got a car in July, and that has been so much fun. Very pricey, by the way. It obviously it's a '98, so a lot of it's really old, and I ended up having to more or less pay for like $4,000 of repairs, to where more or less I probably paid like $5,000 for it, give or take, maybe $6,000 for it, which is still not bad. I mean, for what the car is in, it was garage kept literally all of its life up until 7 months ago, when I got it, or 6 months ago, I think, something like that, right? And it's a perfect car. When I took it to the mechanic I always go to, he was like, "Yeah, dude, it's almost like you went back in time, bought a Grand Prix in 1998, and then Back to the Future your way back into current day, and then here you are, right?" Because the insides, I actually had to with the help of my buddy, fix out the headlights, or switch out the headlights, I should say, and that was really cool. Because it was just so simple. I mean, it's literally, for any car people out there, it's a bolt on the left here and the right here. Or I inverted that for me, but you know what I mean. There's two bolts, and then you slide out. It's a 10 millimeter bolt. You slide it out, and you change the light bulb. That's it, right? And my buddy has a Fusion, and in order to get to his headlight, he told me, and he did that when he was in Florida for a couple of years. He has to take off the front bumper. He has to take off the engine cover. He has to turn the wheel well, just to get to the headlight. By the way, which I thought was insane. I mean, dude, I don't want to sound like a boomer here, but who makes these cars, dude? Who comes up with this shit? You know what I mean? I don't know. And then I see all these TikToks too of the oil thing. I don't know what you would call it. The oil filter. That's what I was looking for. Just in the most absurd place ever. It was really cool to see that it was pretty easy. And it also goes to show you too that they made stuff better and simpler back then too. I call back, and I'm going off a little bit of a tangent here, but my grandfather died a couple years ago. All right, and my grandmother moved out, and they lived in this house. They built it in 1960, right? And what was crazy about it was they had this, what would you call it? I don't know what you would call it. Stuff, honestly, I don't know what it was called. Maybe like a nightstand kind of thing. I don't think it was literally a nightstand, but kind of something like it, right? You could use it probably as a nightstand, let me say that. And the reason why I bring it up is my cousin, who ended up taking it from them, because we don't need it and they don't need it. My grandma doesn't need it. We were carrying it up together, and he dropped it by accident right? It was a very heavy thing, but it didn't scratch or break at all. It fell down a flight of stairs and it didn't even like get a scratch. And the thing is literally like 60 years old, by the way. Or I guess at the time, I guess if you want to be, exact with it, like 55, 56 years old. Still insane, by the way. I mean, can you imagine a nightstand that's 55 years old in today's, standard of making stuff, lasting for 55 years, but also B, falling down a flight of stairs and then lasting through that with nothing on it. You wouldn't even know. But anyway, I digress. That's a whole different thing. I mean, it's not like a boomer there. But yeah, so that was really more or less. Hey, kitty cat. That was more or less my my summer, right? I mean, my buddy moved to Florida, and we hung out a couple times as friends. The other group, and that was fun. But after that, it was more chill, right? I really needed it. I was starting a new job that unfortunately didn't work out. But tomorrow actually, and this is one of the reasons why I wanted to make. Sorry, I had some pizza earlier. This is one of the reasons why I wanted to make the video. Is I'm starting a new job tomorrow, and like it could be the start of like a legitimate career, right? So more or less, I'm super excited for it. Like to be able to go in and not work fast food, or not work customer service, or not work in a job that I absolutely despise, right? And I'm really hopeful that it could be better, right? No shade or no hate to any of the other jobs I've ever worked at. It's just I don't feel like I was ever an adult, and or I didn't feel like I ever really fit in there. You know what I mean? With this job, I'm getting a decent wage. I'm getting from the job I had for the last 2 months to right now, starting tomorrow, I'm getting $4 an extra an hour from what I got from the previous job, so if that makes sense. And then benefits and a stable 40-hour-a-week job. And it's actually a trade. So I can actually I don't know what I'll be doing, to be honest. I don't know yet. But I can more or less have a career. You know what I mean? And I'll be making enough too to where right now I live with my parents, and I still don't know how I feel about moving out, just because until I have a significant other, it just sounds kind of lonely. My entire life I've always been around people at home, and to go from that to being alone sounds cool, but then it's oh wait, I can't just go into the living room and talk to my mom. I can't just go upstairs and go talk to my sister, or you know what I mean. I can't. So I think I would like to think that my hair is kind of like that. I don't know. I think it's getting too long. I gotta get a haircut maybe tomorrow. It was pretty bad weather today, so I didn't want to go out. That's bothering me. that's bothering me. Oh my god. Here, let me just. Can I just do? Can I do this? Oh god, I gotta get a hair and makeup person. Here. That's it. Alright, I don't care. What was I saying? I got sidetracked in that long piece of hair that's just sticking up from the side. More or less, like I said, I'm really hopeful that I can grow as a human and as an adult with this. And it may not work out, but who knows? You don't know, right? And I always tell everyone from Cash, hey, bro, try it, and why should I tell people that if I don't live by it myself, kind of thing. And ultimately, what's really cool about it is I will be waking up at the ass crack of dawn every morning, but I should be able to get home to stream. And I should have streamed a lot more after starting my last job here that I had, because I should have. I mean, there's no reason not to. But that's something I really, really, really want to do, is just start streaming more. I didn't really realize how long it's been since I've consistently streamed, So that's something I really, really, really want to do. I've always loved creating. I think that's the only thing like I've really been good at, in all honesty, is creating with Cash Community, right? Or maintaining Cash Community, or recruiting for Cash Community, or whatever that may be. In all reality, I think that's the one thing I've actually been good at in my life, right? And now, is that sad? I don't think so, right? I just think it goes to show that I'm not in the correct fields, let's say, right? Because I've always loved talking to people, so that's something that I love to do, right? I'm not worked in those fields until, I guess if you want to count Cash Community as a job, which I don't really want to, but if you do, until Cash Community. But yeah, so I don't know, for the rest of the year, for the next my cat's nail got stuck in my finger. That actually kind of hurts, I'm not gonna lie. For the next 31 days, I think it's December's 31, right? Yeah, December's 31. For the next 31 days, I want to push the envelope a lot more to prepare for 2026. And more or less on the Cash Community channel, I want to just straight up only do GTA content or Red Dead content on there, whether that be the OG GTA story modes. Like, I would like to do a GTA Men challenge where like I don't die at all in any of the stories for both Red Dead and GTA. But also too, I would really like to just more or less create guides more for the Cash Community channel. And I think I've done something really cool in regards to breaking down the event week every week, telling people what to buy, how to make the most money from the double money, and so on and so forth. And I think that's videoable, so why not test the limits with making a video on it? Because I get home so early, because I'm working at the ass crack dawn, I could go home and instead of lollygagging around, get right into filming a video for the GTA stuff on Wednesday, for example. But yeah, so that's where I'm at with the Cash Community stuff. I want to set the tone for 2026 with a strong December, and just at least try my hand at these guide videos, or try my hand at these news and informational videos. And yeah, my cat's tail. But yeah, so that's where I'm at with Cash Community stuff. With my main channel here, like this is my main channel, Cash Community is a secondary channel. I have other channels from past emails I've made. I don't really use them. I don't have any plans on using them either. I mean, I have the Pillera Reacts channel, but like that's 2027. I don't really plan on reacting to anything because I think that's kind of lazy. And also too, like, it's just not needed right now. I want to focus on the gaming stuff, But nonetheless, for this channel here, going back to what I said a second ago, streaming, that's for sure. I don't know if I want to do a Jinxie thing where like he streams every single day over the course of the year, because I probably cannot do that, let's be honest. But, if this job does work out and I can successfully say, hey, I can be on at 5 o'clock every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, let's do it. And I'll stream, right? For the most part, I think for right now, I don't want to do that. I just want to stream whenever I can. So, like, for example, instead of just playing GTA, I would stream GTA, right? Not all the streams are going to be usable for long form content, but just in general, just streaming everything I do. That was the original foundational principle of all of this for Cash Community. When we did start this streaming stuff, is just stream literally everything, and I've not really held true to that. So I gotta definitely change that for 2026. But most importantly, though, the streams are all fine and dandy, but the long form videos I think I've struggled with the most, in all honesty, because I think I'm actually finding my path with short form content. And funny enough, actually, I was going to I wanted to set I'm working. There's 3 Black Ops 2 videos that are privated right now on my channel. I wanted to get the thumbnails and set up and stuff set up so I can schedule them out for the rest of the week. But like right now, I want to go back into all my older videos and kind of like remaster them per se, because I think they're a little all over the place and I hate them, right? But it was still good enough content to use, right? So like I don't want to just be like, hey, screw it, it's already made, whatever, right? I'm not gonna delete it, but I want to like try my hand at it again. It's a lot, uh, and yeah, so more or less, um, I just wanted to remaster all the videos in a sense, and go through the route of just full sending it, right? So I kind of zoned out there trying to form the thought I wanted to make. I just want to full send it. As much as I love my videos I have been putting out, I feel like I have to do more in the sense of, sound effects or images on the screen, or just making it more entertaining for you to watch. Although I would say this, that like there's not a whole lot I should be doing with it, because I think it's so funny and entertaining to begin with. But I'm biased, obviously. Um, so yeah, no, I want to just full send on each video, um, kind of breaking it down to two parts, clipping it up, and then saving it, and then like the next day on a fresh mind, a fresh slate, going in and just if I think there's that's my cat right there, that's my cat Phoebe. Um, if I think that there's Phoebe, do not jump on that. She loves to jump on this here. On that thing. She loves to jump on it. I have Snoopy up here. I'm sorry, the tism. Up here, what am I doing? You know what fucking Snoopy is. Okay, no, we're not doing that. Yeah, she's not. I don't know what she's doing. But but anyway, I digress. To kind of put it in a nice bow, I want to be proud of what I'm posting, and I want to ultimately like watch my own stuff. I think that until my buddy Kooky mentioned it to me, I didn't realize that like I can't watch my own stuff, and that's a big problem. You know what I mean? I should be able to watch my own content, right? And I need to do that. I need to make good content. I need to make engaging content, and I need to ultimately just stop thinking and being like, okay, well, this is stupid. This is too much, and sometimes it is too much. But like, just fucking sending it and going in and just attempting to be funny, attempting to make an interesting video, and attempting to, I hope at the end of the day, inspiring you to also create. Like for example, inspirations to me are Hey Vance and Queso. And overall, I just want to be proud of what I'm posting. But that's it for today's video. I don't want to yap too long. I've already been going for, I don't know how long I've been going for, to be honest. 24 minutes. I'm not gonna, we're gonna cut some parts of this out. Anyway, that'd be it for me today. I will be posting this tomorrow, so it'd be December 1st. You should be seeing, maybe the 3rd, the Wednesday, Black Ops 2 video, another Black Ops 2 video Friday, and maybe jamming one in on Saturday. And then on top of the one, the Halo MCC video I was talking about earlier, I want to remaster that, and maybe even get that posted for like maybe Thursday, right? A lot to come. A lot to come. And shout out to everyone from Cash Community. I feel like I have to say that. They're amazing, all of them. And if you ever wanted to subscribe to not just myself, but the others, and I would highly recommend if you subscribe to myself, you please subscribe to the others as well, because I don't really want to have so many more subscribers than everyone else. You know what I mean? Like, I understand with my position in the group, everyone knows me, everyone probably would subscribe to me, right? Than not. But I don't want that. I mean, thank you for subscribing, but I also would like for you to subscribe to Kooky, Roman, definitely Roman. Roman and Faku, those guys have been kicking ass with their content. But everyone else, Dreadnought, if he ever wants to get back into it, Goldwolf, Kooky's on a break, but he sounds like he might want to do it at some point, and so on and so forth, man. Ranger as well. Ranger's really dope. Anyway, I'm gonna stop yapping and saying the same thing over again. Have a great week, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.